Praise to Allah. Now, Jermaine Dupree is one of the greatest producers of all time. But what I'm trying to understand is, why is he so underrated? And as I thought about it, well, I'm still thinking about it now, but what I was thinking was, maybe it's because, like, in the late 2000s, I want to say maybe like around 2008, like starting around 2008, uh, that's when mixtapes was becoming real popular, and especially in Atlanta, where Jermaine Dupree is from. Mixtapes was like real big, or starting to get real big, and Jermaine comes from the era of albums, uh, you know, getting platinum albums, gold albums. You know, that's how he came in the game. So I don't think he was really cared about mixtapes too much, or even wanted to mess with them. But I feel like uh, the reason why Jermaine might be underrated is because, because when he first came out, he was that dude for Atlanta, like how Diddy was the guy for New York for producing records, how Dr. Dre was the dude for the West Coast producing records. Uh, Jermaine Dupree was that for Atlanta. But like I said, when the mixtape started coming out in Atlanta, I don't recall Jermaine Dupree really messing with mixtapes. Like, I don't recall Jermaine Dupree, having beats on any mixtapes like Zaytoven, uh, like Mike Will made it, like shit, Sunny Digital, uh, like I said, I don't remember seeing or even hearing his beats on a lot of mixtapes around that era. So I feel like because of that, like he kind of got like overshadowed by all those producers I just named, like because they were all over those mixtapes, like even like Metro Boomin, like what I'm saying, these guys was all over mixtapes, and I feel like that's why maybe Jermaine is like so underrated, because it's like maybe a lot of people kind of like forgot what he did, or are too young to know what he did. But yeah, he was definitely the top producer in Atlanta, I want to say, like, for sure. Like yeah, he had the magic sauce. Still does, still makes great music. But I'm just saying, like, at that time in his prime, like, he was going crazy. So but as I'm looking at it now, though, like when people talk about the best producers, like, he doesn't get talked about enough when he should, because he's that great. But I'm just thinking about, maybe that's why, because like when the mixtape started coming out, he really wasn't messing with the mixtape game. And I feel like in a place like Atlanta, like where mixtapes was like so popular, I feel like that's kind of like his only like mistake, was like he should have been on hella mixtapes, like just having his beats on different artists' mixtapes and shit like that. And I feel like if he would have did that, then yeah, he definitely would be talked about more. But like I said, maybe it's just the way he do business, because like I said, how he came in the game, it was all about albums. There was no mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? It was all about album sales, and yeah. So maybe that's his situation. But even now, though, I feel like it's not too late for him to like start messing with the mixtape game. Like as far as like getting his beats on hella artists mixtapes, not just artists in Atlanta, but like artists all over the world. Like just getting on more mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he's one of the greatest producers of all time. It's just I hate the fact that he doesn't get talked about enough. But that's really the only reason I can think of why he's not talked about enough. I feel like because, like I said, when that mixtape game started to happen, he kind of wasn't around it. He was just, you know what I'm saying, just like focused on albums. But like, you know, from like 2008 to like, I don't know, like what, 2013, 14, mixtapes was like real big. So yep. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all think Jermaine Dupree is underrated, or is he rated fine where he's at? Because he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. But I just feel like he's not talked about enough because he's definitely in the top 10 of all time producers for sure. So yeah, hope y'all stay blessed.